everyone. Welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, man. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my Week 9 picks, man. I want to talk about it. Let's get into the NFL. But wait a second here, man. Whoa. I almost forgot to talk about my Week 8 picks, my recap from Week 8, man. What happened? Let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I covered, Texans at Seahawks, man. Took the Seahawks in this football game, got myself a W. Seahawks beat the Texans 41-38, man. It was definitely a bit more high scoring than I thought it was going to be. Teams were going back and forth, man. They each got a bomb. Wilson got himself a big bomb. You know, Watson was going off still, man. Let me tell you something. That kid is amazing. He had himself quite a game too, man. But hey, at the end of the day, the Seahawks just put just enough together to take the game away. So shout out to Seahawks fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I chose the Seahawks, got myself a win as well. Next game I covered, Bears at Saints, man. Took the Saints in this football game. Got myself a W. Saints beat the Bears 20-12. Bears defense is tough. Bears defense was tough. Howard had himself a game as well for the Bears, but Saints kept chugging. You know, they handed the ball off to Ingram. He had himself quite a game too. So shout out to the Saints. You guys got yourselves a win. I got myself a win as well. And last but not least, man, the best game of the week, the Jets game, baby. I covered the Falcons at the Jets. Took the Falcons in this game. Sadly, got myself a win. Falcons beat the Jets 25-20. Man, listen, the Jets just continue to make mistakes late in football games to give the game away. We're a young team, but we have to find ways to close out football games, man. And I guess that's what this year is about, is learning and moving forward. So it is what it is. Falcons kept getting chances, to take the game, and they did that. So shout out to the Falcons fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I'm a Jets fan. It hurt me, but I chose the Falcons, and sadly, I got myself a win. So it is what it is. So now, man, I want to talk about Week 9, man. I'm ready to move forward. I am done with Week 8. That is in the past. Jets lost. I'm ready to move on. So let's talk about Week 9, man, all right? First game I want to cover, Ravens at Titans. Listen, the Ravens are coming off of a game, where you saw Joe Flacco get blasted. He was concussed. It was clear as day. He took a really nasty hit, man. But he's going to be playing in this football game. They're saying that he hasn't shown any, bad signs. He's out of the protocol, so it looks like he's going to be, starting. He's also got some stitches in his right ear as well that he's going to be dealing with. But he's saying that everything's fine. He's going to be out there. He's going to be rolling. They got a young back in Collins, man. This kid is a monster back there. He is so just stocky. He just breaks tackles. He's got quick feet. He can also, get around guys and really hit another gear once he gets to that second level, man. This is a back that a lot of safeties and corners do not want to see. I want to see the connection between Flacco and Maclin continue to grow. They were really building and starting to grow in that Dolphins game before Flacco got hit. He was actually having one of his better games as well, especially throwing the deep ball this season. He hit Maclin early with the deep ball and was able to get a touchdown off of it early. I want to see this offense start to get rolling a little bit earlier because this year this offense is kind of being a slow starter. So defensively, though, the Ravens are monsters, man. You still got Suggs out there. They've got a really solid front, and they get after people. That secondary is decent as well. They got some guys that can lock you up. Man, you look at the Titans. The Titans' offense has got to get going, has absolutely got to get going early. Mariota has got to put together better games than he has in the past. I understand he's dealing, with an injury issue this year. He came back from it. It looks like it's still hampering him a bit. He's still out there, limping around from time to time, but he's got to get going because my thought process is as Mariota goes, this offense goes. You look at their backfield, of course, they got Murray, they got Henry, two guys. They're definitely just absolute studs back there. But Murray's also dealing with an injury, too. He's got a bruised shoulder. He's also dealing with that hamstring issue that he has. It's been bothering him actually since the preseason. So I'm looking to see Henry step up as he has in the past. This is a guy that you can still hand the football off to and get solid production out of him as well. Walker's dealing with the injury issue. So at tight end, they're going to have to, bring somebody in if he plays some spurts or not. You look at the situation, man, with their wideouts as well. They got Matthews. They got some quality guys, but they just haven't been able to put things together. Defensively, though, is what I'm more worried about with the Titans in this football game. the Titans have issues. They've got some issues, especially against the run. They've got to become more solid against the run because this is a team in the Ravens that are coming in, and that's their motto. That's their game plan. It's the first is to run you out the building, and then to close things out. Especially when they get these 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2s, easy downs where they can just keep the chains moving. Man, that's what they love the most. So the Titans defense, I think, is going to have to play more of a role in this game than they have in the past. So with that said, man, I am taking the Ravens to win this football game 23-20. I think it's a close game up until probably late in the fourth, and then the Ravens make a late drive and get themselves, into field goal range, and Tucker just absolutely puts it away. So I am taking the Ravens again to win this football game. Hit me down below in the comments. Tell me what you think. Next game I want to cover, Rams at Giants, man. Cover this game. I got a lot of Rams fans in my inbox telling me, yo, Joe, you're not talking about us enough, man. What is going on? Are you ignoring us? What's happening here? I'm not ignoring you guys, okay? Because let me tell you something. We talk about coaches in the NFL. A lot of people bring up Andy Reid. A lot of people, talking about other jobs that other coaches are doing in the NFL. Sean McVay, to me, is a guy that you could talk about being coach of the year if they continue to play the way that they've been playing. Because Sean McVay has absolutely, put together an offense this year that is stellar. I mean, it's absolutely stellar. Like some of the things that he's doing with Gurley, moving him around the offense, utilizing his skill set, making him more of a weapon, whether it be coming out of the slot, whether it be coming out of the backfield and catching the football. He's got this kid looking good. In the past, they would just line up Todd Gurley against an 8-man front and say, hey, have at it, kid. Not McVay's offense. McVay is going to come out and he's going to do different things. He's also simplified some things, too, for Goff, made it a bit easier. The offensive line is blocking a bit better. Their defense is absolutely stellar, man, too. The Rams front is just absolutely brutal. They will get after you, man. You look at the Giants, though. The Giants are a circus right now. The Giants are a circus, man. Their offense is struggling. McAdoo is dealing with Janoris Jenkins and some of the stuff that's going on over there. He's missing meetings. He's not showing up to stuff. He said he was excused. He may have not have been excused. It's an absolute mess over there, man. Absolute mess. But one of the things that I will point out, the one bright light that's on offense right now that is showing up is a young tight end named Evan Ingram. There was a lot, people had questions about him in the draft. Some people were wondering what round he would be taken in, if he would succeed in the NFL. So far, I really like this kid. And I think that this kid, he's been given so many targets because they've been, the injuries that wide out with OBJ and Marshall. This kid is absolutely going out there producing and performing. And he's been moved around the offense, too. There's times they have him lining up the tight end. There's times they have him coming out of that fullback spot and running routes as well, too. This kid is doing it, and he's doing it big, and I really like Evan Ingram in this offense. But I tell you what, I do not think the Giants are ready for what the Rams are going to bring. I just don't think. So I am taking the Rams to win this football game. I am taking the Rams to win 27-17, man. The Giants are just all over the place right now. The Rams are coming in, with that buzzsaw, and they want to keep trolling, keep these W's coming in, and they're equipped to do so. So again, I am taking the Rams to win this football game. Last but not least, guys, my favorite game, your favorite game, our favorite game, the Jets game, baby. Bills at Jets. Listen, the Jets right now are really banged up in their secondary. You got Claiborne. He's dealing with a foot issue. Even if he does play, he's definitely going to be hampered by that. Roberts has not looked good. Burris has not looked good at all. Oh, my goodness. He does not look good at all. All the rest of these guys are coming off the street. We're looking to see if guys like Derrick Jones actually get called up to play from that practice squad. He's a guy that was drafted. Why he's not playing, I have no clue at all. They're bringing guys in off the street, the Jets, and you can see the impact of that, in our last game against the Falcons. There were times where guys were coming in and they literally didn't know where they were supposed to line up because they don't know the scheme as well, as everyone else has been here for quite some time. You look at the offensive side of the ball, Curley is to be suspended this game. So I'm looking to see if Ardarius Stewart is actually active this game. That would be nice to see a guy that actually is a playmaker that we drafted in the 3rd round to actually be used within this offense. I don't know. I'm looking to see the usage of Bilal Powell and McGuire. Yet again, McGuire's a young guy that we drafted that has shown ability that I don't think we've given enough carries to. But I'm pretty sure we're going to try out Matt Forte and start him in this football game and have him out there taking up a bunch of snaps. ASJ, I think, has matchups yet again in this game to win, but often in times he's left out of the offensive game plan too. One of the most things I'm concerned about the most on this team is the offensive line here, especially for this game. Shell looks like he's doubtful. I don't think he's going to play. So if he doesn't play, you're looking at Ijalana and Quali probably starting at that right tackle spot. And we've seen McCown, especially in the second half of games, just absolutely get destroyed because teams make adjustments and this offensive line just can't seem to block them. It's just going to be a lot of issues up front. The Bills are coming in though, man. They got Tyrod. They got McCoy, who's ran really well in the last game. He looks like he's still, ready to go. No issues with him whatsoever. Clay, their tight end, is on IR. So he's going to be gone. So they're going to bring someone to fill in for him. But man, let me tell you something. They also just traded for Kelvin Benjamin as well. But I don't think he's going to be as much as part of the offense as a lot of people think because he's just getting there. So I don't know how much he can actually do. Or how much they'll allow him to do within this game. If anything, they'll probably just tell him his route and have him go out and run it. But I don't think he'll be as much a part of the offense. Just going out there and getting a ton of snaps. I don't think that'll be for KB. Now in the future for Kelvin Benjamin, I definitely see him getting a lot of snaps in this offense and definitely filling in and falling in right into that number one wide receiver role because he has that type of talent. But just not in this game. So I look to see their wide receiver core definitely take advantage of some of the matchups in our secondary because it is so banged up. Even though KB won't be as much of a part of the offense as most people think. Their defense, though, man, oh God, their front, even without some of the guys that they've had in the past, is still beastly, man. They still got guys that can get after us. And with our offensive line having the issues that it'll have, I think they'll beat us up front, and I think they'll get to McCown early and often and really hurt us. So with that said, guys, I am taking the Bills to win this game, and I'm taking the Bills in a close game. I think it literally goes down in the fourth, and then we just make mistakes like we have in the past, like we made all this season, to give them probably a game-winning drive. And I have the Bills beating us 20-17, man. I have the Bills winning this game again 20-17. I think it's going to be a tough loss, but until I see the Jets perform late, until I see them, absolutely be able to put together a full 4 quarters of play, I can't take the Jets in the football game. I just can't. So with that said, guys, please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. I also want to thank everyone that shares my videos, man. You guys are absolute best, means the world to me. Sunday's coming. Enjoy your time with your family, man. Enjoy your time sitting down watching football. Drink your sodas, eat your pizza, just enjoy yourself, man. It's always a good time watching football with your family or friends or anyone else. So you guys have a great day. Peace.